Okay, what is going on with Capital? In-game content coming to PSO2 NGS. I'm guessing this is probably talking about the interview we talked about earlier, right?
This headline was met with mixed feelings. Sega was supposed to be giving us the big update to PSO2 NGS called the Ultra Evolution or Version 2 update. They revealed creative spaces, which seems to be a Minecraft Redstone engineer's dream with all that you can do, but left a sour taste for those that wanted something different.
Not a bad way to put
it. Or main gameplay, as they showed that nothing has really changed and are continuing on the same cycle by going back to Alio for a third time with a new reskinned enemy type. So justifiably, players were disappointed or upset.
What I pointed out, what did you have some horn, didn't call paint?
Sega's only saving grace to this is that they teased a higher difficulty content for the month of August.
I would like to see higher difficulty content that can be played in a party instead of solo.
Yeah, literally what they also talked about in an interview from earlier today.
In an August update, we plan to release a new type of high difficulty quest, in which players will work together.
We just found out about being
random
today.
Unlike with dual quests, the strategies for this quest will not involve specialized equipment. There will also be a new boss enemy dedicated to this quest.
I wonder if it's going to be the same bot from the dual quest.
Can this truly break us out of this funk, or are we doomed to spiral around endlessly in Helfa? I can't say for sure, but it seems...
I do gotta say, I don't know if this is on purpose or is indeed accurate, but man, I could feel like the sarcasm coming from Capitol Hill.
Sega is putting a lot of faith into this, so much so that they have been giving us hints to what this might be to help remedy all this backlash. Several players have already started to make guesses as to what this might be. Could it be divide quests, dungeons, raids?
When would they post it?
I actually believe this is going to be challenge mode, not from classic PSO2,
1 hour ago.
Like the original Phantasy Star Online one. For those who don't know, challenge mode or C mode is a feature in version 2 of PSO back from 2001, which allows you to undergo different time challenges with a team of people. Your items, level, equipment, and techniques are all preset at the beginning of each challenge according to your class and the stage that you're at. Each stage is a set time to complete it under by for a certain rank, and you have to navigate through various stages, puzzles, fight enemies, and make do with items that you find inside. Essentially, challenge mode is like a survival game. After doing some research, I found that this was the best guess I could come up with.
That is a bad guess.
Statements from Sega that line up with it.
Saying we're being random.
Obvious, the version 2 name being used for this era of NGS, which comes from PSO. There are other things from back in the day with this version 2 update, such as a PvP mode, but they don't quite fit what else Sega has been saying. A statement here from Yuya Kimura, the series producer, states, in August, we plan to release end content quests that will have a significant amount of random elements designed for party play, and will encourage multiple attempts. At the same time, we're also planning to release ultra difficult quests towards party play. PSO's challenge mode pretty much fits this criteria mentioned before.
Yeah.
And unlike classic PSO2
I'm with Capital. That is a good point.
Thrown into the mix with items.
My mind went to a position from
PSO2,
but
IDs of the players themselves. But I think this portion will be used differently for the NGS variant.
It does fit a lot more than my thought.
Removal of SG rewards from classic PSO2's challenge mode for the start of the version 2 update. These 3 missions are switching out various SG tickets, which are freemium currency used for both Classic and NGS, for augment transfer passes, which are only usable in Classic PSO2.
Now the question, will they actually come back? So let's say they check out, which I'm kind of with Capital here, like, yeah, since the way you describe it, like, yeah, that kind of fit what they were discussing here. And it did say multiple attempt. And I get maybe the multiple attempt, maybe that could fit Dodgem. Dodgem be so much greater than just a hat that no one's gonna wear and sell for like $1,000 on the player shop. But at the same time, it's like, will they actually do Dodgem? Because let's be honest, if they did like weeklies of being like, you know, leaderboard every week, with the Dodgem like Bait did though, that might incentivize people to actually do the content long term. Especially if they put out some good edgy scratches. I think Capital might be on to something here.
As mentioned in their global-only show Headline Plus, that this quest mode was originally supposed to come out in the month of June, which is the same time as this removal, but the quest mode was delayed to August since it is not ready for release. I don't think this is a coincidence, but of course it isn't solid proof. Also on this Headline Plus, though, there was a dump of information on this quest mode that I'll list here. First off, this will be instanced, so it'll be off into like a dungeon or some sort of area where you'll be with a group of players and not like in the open world. And then this is procedurally generated.
With right there, well, my ideal about a position for bait came from was because they was instant and it was random as well, beyond, you know, matching the theme of, you know, whatever area you pick.
Areas, or at least procedural content, so there'll be some sort of randomness to them. And then this content will be horizontal, where I didn't interpret this as like content to do that doesn't rely on the main content progression, or maybe it does not give progress towards your core gameplay, such as leveling up or skill points, but still gives rewards that might be valuable to you. And then there'll be like a mode from a previous title in the series they mentioned, but just not a direct carbon copy. The last piece in this Headline Plus, the community manager G-Wiz was playing the original PSO for a good duration of this.
Oh, yep. I knew G-Wiz was doing something because the stream was like 4 hours long. Let be real here. G-Wiz don't do anything, you know, for no reason. And also G-Wiz got that inner like troll in them, so yeah, you remember the dad and father stuff, chat. I'm 100% with Cat now. I'm sold on the ideal.
The stream as another hint.
So this run through, we're in Forest 1 right now. Not completely unlike the forest at the beginning of PSO2 Classic, right? Very much thematically rhymes.
Also Danger Chat.
Yes.
But what's interesting about this, I wonder if this will weigh into anything in the future. I don't know. Every time you run through this, it's a little different. It's a little more unique.
Yeah. Once again, go back to my position ideal.
Same area over and over again, a lot less repetitive, because there is that randomized element to it.
I see. Yep.
You see what I'm picking?
I see what you're putting down.
With all this combined, it's really hard to believe it would be anything else other than challenge mode, or at least something related to the original Phantasy Star Online. What it sounds to me, it will be heavily in
chat. I wonder, campaign-wise, for this, maybe once again it went too much into it because you know, we only have so much. Same thing for Danger or any other UFPR person, but you know what would be nice if the main reason G-Wiz got to go ahead though, you know, since all this obviously got won by Sega, is maybe this is also like foreshadowing maybe a like some some like might be a quack ticket that or just reprint version of the PSO2 outfit from or PSO outfit that you can get in PSO2 through like Ragall memories, or maybe there will be an actual story campaign similar to the way it was in PSU did with them characters in PSO2. Should be like bait or original game characters. I'm just saying, like, they already have the stuff already made for base. So they could easily do a reprint of them like they have done other outfits and just have that be, event tied around it.
Inspired from PSO,
just saying.
Tweaked for a modern audience in a format that suits New Genesis. And maybe, just maybe, will be endgame content that we as players could be finally satisfied with. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and if you think this will save New Genesis's lack of endgame content. And also, as one more thing, there will be unarmed attacks.
Nice on unarmed. I'm in the camp of like, yeah. Like after everything Cato was saying, they were like, that's not a bad guess. That's not a bad guess at all. My only worry about that, let's say this dude shakes out, would be, once again, like, if they did, like, weekly Star Gems and a co-op, oh, hell yeah, I would want it with you guys. We would do that on Wednesday when we do PSO. We will absolutely do that. So come on over to twitch.tv/TroyMaconn. It will probably be a video, so come over and say hi on Wednesdays when we play PSO. But, like, outside of that, it's like, If I guess it really depends on like what else they would do, because obviously Star Gems or AC be a great motivator. Like way more than, you know, freaking currency or a hat that, you know, like I said, can sell for nothing on the player shop after the fourth day or two. But with that being said, that still be my only worry, that we won't get anything good, and you know, after we do it like all the other content, we do it like 2-3 times, and then we like good, and never have to do it again because there's no point. I'm looking at you like the freaking dodgeball minigame dungeon thing. Cannonball's right. That's what I call it. The name wasn't coming to me though, but like Cannonball. But I'd be down if they'd be like, hey, do you guys want like I don't know, like 500 Star Gems a week or something? You know, something motivating that could actually stack up and like bare minimum buy you a 10 stack of edgy scratches. You know, a week. I'm not against it. So yeah, I think Capital might be onto something here. Absolutely. It probably not, but we will see nonetheless. So here you go, chat. If you haven't always give Capital some love, go give Capital some love. Capital great. But yeah. That is Night Planet. I'm signing with Capital till we know otherwise. I take it back. I don't think my opposition idea will work, because at that point, especially after the G-Wit thing, the G-Wit thing kind of destroyed my ideal. This is the problem, chat, of missing the headline plus and it being 4 hours, but nonetheless. Good get, Cats.